How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. In the past, I made a video on the giant mimic, and we were just taking a look at how much you could actually make doing this. And with one of the tests that we did, it actually looked like the beginner version of this, the level 30 plus one, was going to be the best money in the actual whole lot of it. So what I'm going to do today is come back and test this out for an entire hour on my main account, but then also we'll do an hour on my lower level account to see whether it would still hold its value or not, whether you do it in high level or low level. So in this video, we're going to see exactly how good this is for GP and see whether it's actually worth doing. With the beginner mimic, what you are aiming to get is the scrimshaws from the actual chests. The way this works is you have to buy the mimic kill tokens from the Grand Exchange, and then you will use those to actually fight the mimic boss. The kill tokens cost around about 25k each at the moment, and when you've got those, you can just click on them, teleport to the boss, pick the difficulty that you want to do. In this case, we're going to be doing the beginner one, which is the super fast, super easy one. And then it will spawn, you kill the boss, and then you just reset the door and go straight back to killing the boss. All you get from killing this is a loot chest, a beginner loot chest or a small loot chest. When you open those is where you get your loot. You can get coins, you can get spirit gems, you can get some noted emeralds, and you can also get the scrimshaws. That is what we're going to be going for. The scrimshaws are pretty expensive at the moment. I believe they are more expensive than the last time I did the video, so we should actually get better results than what we expected from the last time. So hopefully this all plays out as I expect. If it doesn't, then oh well, at least we know. But if it does, then we could have a pretty good money maker on our hands. So let's take a look, let's test this out, and let's see how much we can make in an hour of killing the mimic. So on the main account here with best in slot magic gear, pretty much we have the Staff of Armadyl, we have dual wield tier 92s, and of course we have elite tectonic as well. So this is like pretty much best in slot gear minus a couple of perks or something. So these kills were ridiculously quick because this is a level 30 plus boss, and that's what's recommended from Jagex. You could probably do it less, to be honest, because of that. But basically, this boss melts. As you can see on screen, I am killing the boss in just a few seconds. There is definitely a few things worth mentioning here, though, before we talk about exactly what I did to kill the boss, as I think there's going to be something worth mentioning to help you speed up kills if you do plan on doing this. One, you do not need food, because you kill this boss so fast, especially in decent gear, that you do not need to bring food at all, seeing as you won't get any mechanics. 9 times out of 10, no, I think I got mechanics like maybe twice in this whole time, and we did end up with quite a lot of kills. So you do kill the boss ridiculously fast in decent gear, and of course I am using overloads and prayer renewals as well, so you rarely really need any supplies whatsoever. I'm using exsanguinate, so rune costs are pretty low. I'm not bothering with any sort of specs, no sunshine, no staff specs, anything like that. It's not needed, so you definitely don't need to have Staff of Armadyl to get this kill time. I would say tier 90s, you would probably be able to match my kill time, because there's kind of like a ceiling. You can't really get that much faster, as the way it works is you're killing it almost straight away as soon as it spawns. You could maybe get a slightly bit faster, but when the boss dies in only a few seconds, there's not a whole lot of room for improvement. So worth noting, like I say, that it will not cost you much in supplies, seeing as the rune costs are low, the gear costs are low, seeing as you get hit like once or twice per kill, and you don't really need to spend any money on anything like food or anything like that. It is literally just prayer potions, the pages for the jazz book that I'm using, which I really don't need to be using, to be honest, and also the runes for exsanguinate, and of course the mimic kill token. That's about 25k per kill. So when you initially teleport in here from outside of the room, you will teleport in and the boss will spawn pretty much straight away. You can kill the boss off, and then as soon as you kill the boss off, you want to be surging or blade diving to the door and then resetting this door by right clicking it and pressing reset. It will take another token, it will spawn another boss, but you will have a few seconds before that boss does appear. So what I noticed was the best way to kill this was to kill the boss, and then as soon as the boss died, leave the loot, because there's a little bit of an animation, surge immediately over to the door, reset the instance, and then go back and pick up my loot crate. Pick up the loot crate, and then by the time you've done that, the boss should be spawning any second. You can see me doing this on screen in a few examples, as I've probably been playing it in the background. As for the actual kill itself and how I managed to get the kill times pretty low, is that if you use target cycling, you can actually target the boss before he appears, only slightly by like maybe a second, but as long as you pay attention to the actual boss kill timer, the second that appears, if you press target cycle, you will be able to target him straight away. Now, it is worth noting that this boss cannot be poisoned, so Cinderbanes are an absolute no, but that's not a bad thing, seeing as the Karapak wrist wraps actually work wonders here. What I was doing is the second that kill timer appeared is target cycling and using an auto attack, so blood barrage, and then using combust, which is the bleed for magic, and then making sure I'm stood just on the edge of where he's going to spawn. As soon as I use that bleed, I will just walk directly through him, forcing him to walk, and then use dragon breath to explode all of that combust damage, meaning that he takes a hell of a lot of damage instantly. The second that happens, you can pretty much just throw out a wild magic after that, and then maybe a Gothic staff spec or something, and he is dead. It takes about 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then you can immediately bladed dive over to the door, reset the boss fight, and then go straight back in. Doing this usually means that by the time you get back, Combust is back off of cooldown just as the boss is about to spawn, meaning you can do it again. In the off chance that it isn't, because you've maybe had a slightly faster kill and it's about 1 second off, just throw out something like an Omnipower and you pretty much kill the boss straight away. Omnipower plus a Gothic staff will usually do the job. So we can see that for a higher level player with decent gear, this boss dies instantly. As mentioned earlier, I will definitely be coming here with my alt account as well, which has much worse gear and no like curses or anything like that. So we'll definitely be trying it out on that account and seeing how we fare as well. I'm pretty sure we'll be absolutely fine. But anyway, we're coming towards the end of this hour and we do have a total of 205 chests. I'm pretty sure had I worked out the method that I'm doing this now from the beginning rather than about 20 minutes in, I could probably have got this to around about 220, but that doesn't matter too much. I think that's fine. So let's go and open all these and see what loot we do get from our 205 chests from doing a high level player killing this boss in beginner mode. Okay, so we have 205 chests here, and if I remember from my last video that I did on this, we do get coins out of these as well. So chuck this here. There's no reason to wear like a luck ring or anything when opening them because it just doesn't really do anything at all. Like it doesn't actually do anything at all. So we'll open all these now and see what we get, and it's the scrimshaws that we are looking for. So let's also get rid of our log here so we can keep track of all the scrimshaws in case we have to bank. Let's go. You just spam clip the crap out of these. Okay, so we got a ton of spirit gems. So far we've had 6 of these scrimshaws, well 7 altogether. We're going to bank these gems and then we'll get the rest of them opened as well. So another 67 chests to go. Okay, so that is 205 chests done, or 1 hour of loot, and we have managed to get ourselves 20 kill tokens back, which is pretty interesting. That's quite a lot, and we got a hell of a lot of these spirit sapphires, so if those are ever any use, then damn crazy. Okay, so taking over the spirit sapphires, we had 315k cash in the actual coin pouch, so let's do a price check of this and see how much we end up getting to, because these are pretty expensive, I'm pretty sure. So 18 mil. 18 mil in loot. Of course, we take these off because of the cost and stuff, but we can take that off of our cost anyway. And we got 315k, so 18.3 mil in 1 hour of killing a beginner boss. That's insane. Obviously, this is just faster gear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to my alt account, which is kind of beginner-ish, and we're going to use the gear that I have on there, which is very low gear. See how many we can do in an hour on that, and see how much it would be per hour killing that boss thing. Because this could be, if it's like 10 mil an hour or something, there's a lower level with lower gear, it could be insane. So let's go and check that out. Okay, so selling off all the stuff, we'll chuck it in here at instant sell prices and see how much we get for them. So we got 16 mil. 16 mil for the aggression scrimshaws? What? That's way more. Okay, and the sacrifice ones, let's offer these as well. Sell those for 3.8 mil. And we got 4 mil for that, so that's slightly over. And the aggression scrimshaws absolutely blew me away. And 500k for these. These actually, we paid 22.4k each. So 22.4k each for those. And holy crap, we actually made 20.5 mil in 1 hour of killing that boss. 20.5 mil, low effort, doing absolutely nothing but like murdering him and reset him. Like it's very intense. Like you got to keep paying attention, but that's crazy GP. Okay, well let's check what it's like on the alt. I have good hopes for this, very good hopes. So the low level was a little bit different. However, it was very similar in a lot of ways as well. So it was obviously slower kills, and to begin with, I actually got probably about 20-second kills. It was pretty bad, and it took me a bit of getting used to. However, once I really got into it, as you can see, the gear that I'm using is literally skeletal robes. I'm using a Virtus Wand and a Mystic Orb, and I have normal overloads, and that's pretty much it. That's my gear. We don't have any codexes like Red Concentrated Blast, so we don't have that damage as well, but we did actually figure out a way to get through this with pretty much similar kill times to the main. It wasn't too far off. It was probably about 5 seconds longer. We were getting around about 7-second kills, I want to say, on average, but this is once I noticed around about 30 minutes in a new way that I could do it that worked pretty consistently. Now, what I was doing was very similar to the main account. I would stand pretty much on the edge of where the boss was going to drop down. The second I could target cycle and attack the boss, I would, and I would do the exact same. I would use an auto attack, being air surge and combust at the same time, and then I would walk through the boss to make sure he walks it to increase the damage, and then instantly use corruption blast, and then use greater concentrated blast followed by either a gothic staff and wild magic. This would usually get it down to pretty much about 3k health, followed up by like a dragon breath or any basic ability would normally kill it off. There was some inconsistencies. Sometimes the kills would take a lot longer because I wouldn't hit as high, or I would just not basically do as much damage or something like that. And of course, that happened maybe like 1 every 5 to 6 kills, so it wasn't terrible. I was doing the same on this account, where as soon as the boss would die, I would head directly over to the door to reset it, then get back to pick up the loot, and then instantly start the fight again. I don't have double surge and I don't have bladed dive on this account, so I had to usually walk sometimes or surge, depending whether or not it was on cooldown. On this account, I did quite often get one mechanic, but usually I would kill it as that mechanic is about to happen, or I would just step out of the way of the charge or whatever it is, and it would die pretty much straight after that. You can definitely dodge the mechanic still with this gear, but of course keep in mind I have no perks, I have no ancient curses, I have regular overloads, and I'm using a Saradomin Godbook, so I don't have incredible gear or incredible damage, and I'm using a vampiric aura as well. So any DPS aura would probably have made the difference, and I probably would never have seen a mechanic on this account either. So that being said, this boss is still pretty damn easy on even a low level account with pretty low level gear. At the end of this hour, I managed to get myself 147 chests, which of course is like quite a big difference from the main account. But that being said, like I say, I think I could probably get that increased, probably about maybe 160, 170, now that I know how to kill it faster. But 150 chests pretty much, 147. I've got a feeling this is still going to be great money. Honestly, I really do. So let's go and open these up, because maybe we have a way better money maker than we realized, seeing as we managed to get this many chests on an account that could usually make around about 4 mil an hour doing PVM. I just think this is going to be really good. I really do. So obviously we'd only need about 150 of these probably. Let's have a look how much we got, because I don't know, I just think it's going to be really good. I really do. So I need to put away our cash as well. 1 second. Okay, so we got 147 crates. We had 205 on the other account. We made 20 mil on my main account. So I'm expecting about 15, depending what the RNG is like on these scrimshaws. I really don't know if it's going to be like stupidly lucky that I got 20 mil on the other account, or if it was average or unlucky. We'll have to see. So either way, it's going to be good money, I'm pretty sure. So let's get these open. Okay, 1 scrimshaw so far. 2, 3, 4. And this is good, right? Like, we're seeing the scrimshaws come in, although we've got a big dry streak there. Where's the scrimshaws at? There we go. There's some more. Okay, keep them coming, keep them coming. Okay, we've got 21 crates left, 10 scrimshaws, which is, I think, around about 10 mil, right? So if we chuck away... Wait, chuck away all these spirit sapphires, because we don't need to keep track of them. It doesn't matter too much. We're here for the money to see what it is. So we're on about 10 mil, I think, just in the scrimshaws so far. 187k cash and 21 chests left. If we can get a few more scrimshaws, I'll be very happy with that. We may not even get another one. We got 1 more scrimshaw. Okay. I mean, I think that's actually really good, because at the moment I can make about 4 mil an hour doing PVM. Hellweir, not counting the rares, because I'm just not getting rares yet. Glacier probably about 4 mil as well. So I mean, if this is actually going to be, wait, why are they not worth anything? Hey, are we not on? Oh, we're not on grand exchange prices. Okay, so that's 13.3 mil, but these aggression scrimshaws sold for way more last time. So let's go sell these off at the grand exchange and see how much we actually made, because I'm fairly certain it's going to be like 15 mil, and if it is, like, what the hell? This could be the best money maker for low levels that there is at the moment. Like, it genuinely could be. That was like really easy as well, ridiculously easy. So these sold for above last time, so we'll just put it in at mid, and 9 mil was mid. We got 10.8 mil. That's 1.8 mil more than what we expected. And then sell these off as well. They went for like mid as well, or just over. Another 4 mil. We actually just made 15 mil. 15 mil in an hour with this gear. What the hell? That's ridiculous. That is so good. I'm gonna have to do that more on this account. That's unreal. I actually can't believe how good that is. Like, you guys might be thinking, 15 mil an hour is not that good. Guys, this is a lot. Look at my gear. I don't even have invention unlocked yet. I've just got overloads. It's not even using familiar. I'm on standard prayers. And we made 15 mil in 1 hour. It seems like that's a pretty average amount of scrimshaws as well. I think that's like gonna be the average. So I don't know, that's crazy. The cost of doing it was literally nearly nothing, seeing as of course our gear doesn't degrade really. Like it does, but it's super cheap to replace. The runes, we just used air runes. The pages for these books are stupidly cheap. The kill tokens literally cost me, let me check how much the kill tokens cost me. I spent a total of 4.5 mil on the tokens, but I still have 67 of those left. So if I sold those back at whatever I bought them for, 24.5k each. So if I sold those back at that, which is mid, I get another 1.6 mil back. So it cost me like 3.2 mil for the thing. So 12 mil profit, actual profit, 12 mil in an hour with this gear is absolutely crazy. I don't know, that's unreal. And obviously any upgrades you could get more chests. I think I could have got more chests anyway if I did another hour, knowing what I do now with the speeds of it. This is insane. Absolutely insane. So if you guys need a money making thing and you don't mind grinding out that boss, honestly, if you chuck on a bit of music and you just go for it and you get into the rotation, it's actually really good. So 12 mil, 12.5 mil-ish probably, pure profit. that's twice as much as I could make anywhere else at the moment. So that's a brilliant boss. And people don't do this boss, right? Like I've never really seen anyone talking about it. That's better than like trash mobs at ED3. If you're just after money and you're doing trash mobs at ED3, buying beginner mimic tokens is literally better. So I don't know, guys, that's absolutely crazy. Of course, when this video comes out, the mimic tokens are going to go up in price, so do keep that in mind. But if they're 25k like they were, that's the profit that's going to be. These aren't going to go up stupid amounts, but I don't know, that's crazy. Anyway, hopefully this helps a lot of you guys out in making a bit of money. I'm super shocked by that.